Right then, this is going to be a completely unscripted video. I just wanted to record something because I haven't for a while, and you'll see why in the next coming minutes. I'll talk about sort of where I'm at the moment, the things that are going through my mind 4 months in Thailand, and just generally what's led me here and where my next steps are, and I'll reach that at the end of the video. So at the moment, we've been in Thailand for 4 months, as I say, here in Bangkok. If you've not seen any of my other videos, I started off the year posting a lot of content, like a video or two a week, either a raw video, gym video, or a combination of the two. I've been around places. I've been to Hawaii and I've been back to Dubai for a weekend, and we've been around and seen the places. I've met some great people. I've learned a lot about myself. I've eaten some great food. I've cooked some great food. We've done a lot. I've managed to secure work out here, not for a Thai person, but online back to the UK, and that is what's allowed me to stay out here basically. Because at first people are like, "Oh well, it looks like you're having a great time, but what are you doing?" Well, online business and helping people out with that, basically. To put it simply, I don't want to get too much into that because that's not the point of the video. But basically helping people online with their business and aiding them to make money, keeping on top of their information. So that's one side of the life at the moment, is just dabbling with that. And it's a bit more than dabbling, obviously, and then the other side of it, which I wanted to make this video about, was how my mindset has changed since day one, month 2, 3, and now 4. So obviously at the start, it was the honeymoon phase. You're in a new place, everything's novel. You're in the new environment. Even things that aren't too interesting are, oh, look at this, or and I'm not really drawn in by things like that. I'm not really drawn in by quick fun, as they say, especially here in Bangkok. You can find that everywhere, and that's not really my game. I don't drink, I don't party. I haven't partied for years, and it's not really my gig anymore. But come in here, you obviously have that honeymoon phase. You go through all of that, and for me, it was more transitioning from corporate work to more of a creator lifestyle. So you get up, and your sole focus for the day is to get a sick video out, and that's what I was doing. And I was meeting some great people along the way, and part of that was to network and get my name out there, and show people that I was actually someone who could do something important, or actually just show up on time. So networking was a super important part. But the role that I'm involved with at the moment, I sowed the seed for that way back sort of middle of last year, October. And then it came to fruition around February and March time. So the moral of that story is to start planting the seeds early, because you don't know when you need them. If I'd have started planting seeds in January, then it wouldn't have come to fruition for another 6 months. And then by that time, there's a good chance that all the money would run out. So you've got to be able to be proactive, put your name out there, and get yourself in a place where people are going to see you and actually show you've got some sense about you, or you'll just become one of these guys that comes out here for a few months, says it's awesome, and then has to go home because he's run out of cash. No one wants to do that, but a lot of people have to, because it's just the way of the world. It's not particularly, nothing's going to come from the sky. You've got to put the work in. And that brings me to another point, is since becoming more indoors with the online work, it's meant that I've subsequently, I didn't realise this until like about a week ago, even this morning it's really set in, hence wanting to make this video, is I was spending less time outside. I wasn't getting as much sun. I was still eating and training hard. That's two things that stayed very consistent, and I was obviously staying consistent with the work. But then I wasn't creating. I wasn't making videos. I sort of lost the spark for it. And then because I was only consuming stuff, that just, everyone knows that's just not good for your head. It's just it's an endless pit, because you don't you don't create anything, so you just consume, and then whilst you're consuming, you're not doing anything else, and then it just lowers your attention span. You get sort of everything that comes along with actually just not being comfortable with what you're doing. But it's a distraction pit. So I think one of the ties that was dragging me down was going on my phone straight away in the morning was literally just ruin the day from the start, from the very beginning. As soon as I open my eyes, go straight on my phone. That's just killed me, man. So I think the main thing to realise, or the main thing to do, is just really court your time online. It's difficult. It's super difficult because everything is online. Your work's online, you sit in your computer, you get a message pop up, next thing you know, you're distracted, you're in a reel. You're watching a reel, like you've got it's just a super engrossing thing, and it stops you from actually being able to do anything valuable, because then your attention span just diminishes to nothing. So I'm speaking from experience, but also I still need to learn that too. I'm not perfect, and there's no way I'm saying that things are perfect. Like, there's a few things that I want to sort out, and that's the fun of being not at the top, because you're constantly looking to improve, which can, for some people, can be overbearing and crush them. But I think it's important to constantly be working on yourself, constantly improving, and also remember how much you've come. Or how far you've come, should I say. You've been, even just personally I don't want to, talk about me too much, but it is one of my videos. That's something I struggle with as well, as I don't want to talk about myself too much. But when you have to give a bit of advice, then you have to talk about yourself. So, the improvements in my physique, or the improvement of articulation, even on a video like this, or just talking to someone in real life, or on a phone call, or just being able to pull stuff out of the air and link things back to previous conversation, and that's all improved. So everything that goes along with the gym and the diet, that's all improved. But the thing that suffered as well, partly, is the sleep, difference in time zones, working hours, different schedule than I used to have, because I worked, in an office 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, same time, same everything. You eat at the same time. You get very used to a rhythm. But now I basically work in the evening instead of the morning. So my day is in the morning, or my life is in the morning, and the work is at night. And that's another reason why the distraction became so strong, is because I basically subconsciously treat the morning time like my evening. So you're relaxing. And then when it comes around to work, you don't want to do anything, because you're in this chill mode. So that's another thing to think about when moving to Southeast Asia as a area, is the time zone difference. It's obvious, but it's also a lot more, it's a lot more than people make out, because you have to be willing to work in the evening, and also you have to weigh these things up as well. Do you work better in the morning, or do you work better in the evening? So there's a few things at play there. But to wrap it all up and to bring it round to a close, you've got to, one, prioritise the things that are actually going to get you where you need to be, because in the beginning, videos were great for me, but they weren't going to get me to, they weren't going to get me income within a short period of time. So network, but also put yourself into something that's actually important. 2 is, court your attention. It's your most important asset, is your time and your attention. Giving it away to social media, I'm not perfect, but it's fucking deadly, mate. And then 3, I'd say, is just probably the most important thing, but stay on top of your physique, keep in the gym, eat well, don't stop. And 4, what does it need to be 4? Just 3. Keep it simple, keep smashing it. My name's been Nathan Pickstone. Keep on the mission. If you've got any questions in the comments, drop a like, drop a subscribe and all that jazz. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, so I'm not too fluent on all that stuff. But Take care, and I look forward to seeing you soon, and let me know how things go.